Yo, coming back at it with some more fire, with some more heat. What do I mean by that? You see, I gotta make this video quick because I'm dealing with clients right now. But you see, man, y'all gotta understand that, and I know I'm about to sound crazy as shit when I said this. This world is the biggest illusion to your soul. Man, Jason, why you talk like that? Because it's the truth. You have to understand, let's say this. Let's say I was a power outlet. Or let's say if I was a charger, and say this is the charger, and there's a wire plugging into an outlet. Would you say this portable charger that's plugged into an outlet, would you say this is where the source of the power that this charger adapter, would you say this is the main source of where it's getting its energy, where it's getting, the thing to make it work? Or would you trace it through the wiring all the way to the connection to the outlet and say, no, it's actually coming from in there? And then from in there, it's coming from, let's say the main generator of the facility, house, or whatever, right? So once you can see reality like that, what I'm throwing right now, it's just so deep, man, because some of y'all need this wake-up call. Some of y'all need these little hints and messages scattered randomly to you, because you will get caught up in what I'm using as a metaphor on the adapter, the battery, which is outside of the source, which is outside of what's really real or what's happening. So going back to the metaphor, would you say that adapter is the main source of power? The answer is no. You would trace it all the way back to the outlet, where that outlet goes to, and blah, blah, blah. Now, for us, for, people that get it, people that are aware, people that, can hang on this, let's call it, level of thinking, which is actually the lowest level when you really look at it on the grand scheme of things. And I'm only talking from my point of view. I'm only talking from where I'm at, how I got to this, let's say, mountain peak of viewing things. And again, there's always a new mountain, there's always a new level, there's always a new height. It doesn't end. But what am I getting to now? I had a big realization. I said, why certain people win so well in this world, and let's say, certain characters might envy, or certain characters might be like, dang, I wish I looked like that. I wish I had those attributes. I wish I had X, Y, and Z, because then, I'll be the most beautiful. I'll be attractive. I'll be the most handsome. You start playing the measurement game. Dang, I'll be the tallest. I'll be the strongest. Whose balls drop the lowest. Let's play the bigger dick game. Who has the biggest dick? Just stuff like that. Who has the biggest titties? Who has the prettiest face? Who has the prettiest nose? When you start to get into vanity like that, you have to understand there's a much deeper thing happening. If someone is so stuck in vanity, you have to understand that if you believe this, and maybe you don't, that they actually might have asked to be that beautiful, to be that handsome, to be, that strong, aesthetic man on this physical realm, because actually they don't have power on the other side. So they can dwell and feel what they couldn't feel on the other side. What is the other side? Well, whatever's after this life. Because in this world, everything moves very slow. Everything's solid. Thinking takes time. Creating takes time. So they were like, you know what? If I go down there to Earth, the world of the solid, I'm going to make myself be this beautiful, this strong, this, whatever it may be. Because actually where I'm at in the, let's say this imaginary world, the spiritual world, I don't see myself like that. So in order to get that feeling, let's solidify it there. So then all the people in that moment can validate how beautiful I am, how gorgeous I am, how strong I am, how talented I am, these things, right? Now, why is that bad? Because when the physical world starts to validate you, you lose the power of imagination. You lose the power of using your mentality to create for yourself the things unseen. You see, now I'm going deep. And like I said, as you continue to watch, if you're watching and you're paying attention, and some of you have probably watched my shit all the time and don't like it, but that's cool, because you know what? Y'all secret watchers. And I do the same thing for others too. But, don't be shy to, show support, or, if y'all have any questions, because I'm going to make videos and courses, or like I said, one-on-one call coaching, where you could just, throw me, some bread, and I could really break down, certain things that will help you, that has nothing to do with money, that has nothing to do with, dating and all that shit. It has everything to do with this, that can get you many things and experiences that you may not be able to tap to, just because you don't have access to that information. You don't have the certain, let's say, neurons triggering in you to ask good questions. How do you get an answer to something specific? You have to have a question about it. You have to be able to be like, I need to figure out how to see the world like this, because if I do, I'll get access to it. You feel me? But some of you don't even know where to start with questions. So I'm going to leave it like that. But, these are some gems. If you peep, you peep. You don't, you don't. And, like I do, I keep it pushing. Another day.